we're going to talk about how to represent non-proportional relationships. We're going to talk about how to do that with words, with a chart, and a graph. Okay? So, if I have an example problem, it says the equation y equals 4x plus 3 gives you a total charge, y, for playing putt-putt golf, and x tells you how many games you play. Okay, you need to make a table and a graph for this information. So let's look at the next page. Okay, here I have my graph. On your notes page, you have one that is blank. Okay, I have already added some numbers on the top. So what you're going to do is just add any numbers. You can pick whatever you want. I chose 1, 2, 3, and 4 because it's more easy to do. So the top X is telling how many games you played for golf. Okay, so I put down 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what we're going to do is use this equation to figure out how much is Y. Y is the total cost for playing the games. Okay, so here is my equation that I copied. All right, and X, you remember before, we've already learned a lot about X. X is also called the slope or the unit rate. That's going to be my X. I can use this information and substitute the number to see how much is Y, which will equal the total cost. So I've already written this down, 4x plus 3, and then I substitute in my first number. Okay, so I put in a 1. So now let's solve that together. So all I have to do is 4 times 1, which equals 4, plus 3. Okay, that's going to equal 7. So I'm going to put that down here and here. Okay, same thing again. I substitute the 2 for the x. So 4 times 2 plus 3. Okay, 4 times 2 equals 8, plus 3 more is 11. Okay, then again, same thing. Substitute 3 for my x. So 4 times 3 equals 12, plus 3 equals 15. Okay, and then last one, 4 times 4, which equals 16, plus 3 equals 19. Okay, so now I have my X and my Y, and I am able to put that information on a graph. But first, I want to show you something before we start that. Remember, we know that the constant K equals Y divided by X. Okay, so if I take my Y divided by the X, so 7 divided by 1, it's going to equal 7. Okay, and then I can keep doing that. Remember, we've practiced this already. So now, if I do it again, 11 divided by 2, it equals 5.5. Oh, so this information tells me that this graph is not proportional because it is not all the same. Okay? Now, let's go to the next step. The next thing you need to do is make a chart for this information. Okay? So, on the bottom I have how many games you play, and on your note page you're going to add the lines and the numbers on both the X and Y axis. Okay, so I've added 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the same information. Okay, and then this information is going to go on the side. This is how much money it costs. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to use that information and plot it down. All right, if I play one game, okay, one game is $7. So I have already put my dot. Okay, then next one, 2 games equals $11. So 2 games, okay? And you just keep doing that. 3 games will equal $15. 4 games equals $19, okay? Now, I want you to notice, this would become a straight line, okay? But let's look. Would it start with 0? No. So this is not proportional. Again, we can see that because we know it is not the same, it is not constant, and it would not start with 0. And we don't care how much it costs for playing 0 golf games anyway, okay? So would I need to draw a line here? No, because these are not connected and you don't play 1.5 games. You play a whole game. All right, last thing we need to talk about is the differences that you will notice with proportional and non-proportional relationships. Okay, so here is talking about proportional. We have already learned this. We know that K is constant, always the same. We know that my graph would start with 0 and be a straight line. Okay? We also know that y equals k times x, or k equals y divided by x. Okay? So you already know this information. What we're learning now is different. This is non-proportional relationships. Okay? So it is not constant. Just like we saw, my numbers are not the same. Okay? Next one, this does not go through 0 or the origin. Okay? It is not touching the 0. And the equation that we can use for this is y equals mx plus b. Remember that my m is going to equal the slope. And this b, you're going to see later, we'll see more about this. That is called my y-intercept, where the y-axis is got a dot and starting. Okay? Now, we're done with this information. We'll go ahead and let you look at the note page and copy that.